wings at both Glenn College and Texas A&M University. Harrison was also the assistant coach for the livestock judging team for 2 years at Texas A&M. Currently, Harrison works with Ridley Block Operations and continues to play a vital role in growing his family's Hereford operation. Let's go ahead and give Mr. Harrison Smith a nice round of applause and welcome him to Belton to soar through and work with our juniors.
Good morning, everybody. We are back live in Belton for the junior show on a snowy day. Yeah, if you're watching with us, this is the junior show. This is the youth portion, the junior portion of the show. So we will be streaming live. All day today. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Let us know where you're watching from. Again, this is the first class of red females in the junior show. These are going to be females, late spring heifer calves, April 1, 20, and later. We are so glad you love Brahman cattle. Tell us where you're from. Gonna get our cameras set up, see if we can get you a couple of different camera angles. And of course, thank our sponsors. Who help us be here. Oops, sorry guys, my little Zoom wasn't working great. Okay, hey Ronnie, glad to see you join us. Today we are in the junior show. This is the junior show and we're doing it's just going to be females today. Oops, sorry. Getting a little focus going on, getting our cameras all set up. Thank you guys for watching. We know that you appreciate that we do this, especially since a lot of people had to stay home because the weather's bad and everything else. not exactly sure how he's working the class, if he's pulling last to first. Suzanne Lindley is watching. Thank you, Suzanne, for watching. We know you are in Sulphur Springs. And Flaco Rodriguez is watching in Florida. Zoom out just a little bit, let you guys kind of see a little bit more. We're going to have to work on some cameras setups so we can get you those multiple angles. So again, guys, we are in class number 1, and it looks like he is leaving his top 4 on the rail. So now we're down to, I believe, 3. Once they announce the class winners and stuff, we'll give you a little bit of a shout out on who we have in the arena. So thanks guys for watching. Hey Tammy, thanks for watching. Let us know where you guys are watching from. Again, we are in the very first class of the Red Females show here in Belton, Texas. We have 3 in the arena. Let me get you this camera angle so you can see. We have 3 left, so these are going to be 1, 2, and 3 in whatever order the judge determines. Okay, so it looks like we have placed.
Well, I just want to start off by saying thank you all for having me out here. And I know the weather's not great outside, and it's a challenging day to just go ahead and stay for a cow show here in Belton when it's cold. But
Brandolin.
I appreciate y'all for staying, and let's go ahead and get through these cattle. And I'm going to give you the best opinion that I have
Brandolin.
and go on through the day. A young man who leaves
Next
off the
class,
class.
see
I
if
think
they
this
can pull this way.
class of red Brahman
The
females is
extras,
showing off.
yeah.
Extremely high quality, extremely
here.
challenging. The young man's heifer that leads off the class for me, though, goes ahead and does so because to me, that heifer's the most ready right now. I love her body depth. I love her body mass. Step behind her, she's got enough to her. And then step off to the side. That's a smooth made heifer. Good structure, balances up very well. I think she's a very nice one to start. The young lady's heifer that comes into is one of the youngest females in this class, and that's why she does read just a shot greener in terms of her body condition, and that weighed in my mind just a bit because when you study this one profile, I really love her. I love how feminine she is about her head and neck. I love how long fine she is. I love how good structured she is. I just compare her back to that one in front of her. Want to give her a shot more body mass today, but I really, really like the future that that female has. I think that's a good pair to start. Young lady's heifer that comes in 3 is one that I like a lot of things about if we're just talking about power. She's the big bone one. She's the stout maiden one. She's the biggest right behind her hump, and she's got that extra dimension all the way through. With that, for me, she comes with just a bit more shoulder. She doesn't tie her neck in as high as the 2 calves right in front of her, but you have to appreciate the power and substance that female has. Young man's heifer that's going to come in fourth. Really, really like this female. She's moderate, she's good bellied, she's good structured, she balances up very, very well. I just think you compare her to those contemporaries in front of her, she just doesn't have the same kind of overall performance, but I really, really like that female's just basic cow function. I like the style and look of the young lady's heifer that comes in fifth. I think that one's awfully cool from the side. With that, she's one of the older females in here that's also reading just a bit greener and harder in terms of her forerib and center body today. Young lady's heifer that's going to come in behind her. Moderate, big belly, easy fleshing kind of heifer. A heifer for me that just needs to be stretched out everywhere. Young man's heifer who rounds out the class. Long spine, blue structure. We just need to give her more width, product, and pride. But I think that's a very, very good set of breeding females. Give these exhibitors a big round of applause for a job well done.
I think we might have gotten face. I can't move it very much, and it's a little crooked.
Okay.
And then this camera across got just a little crooked. And then tell the guys to be a little careful not to stand like waving the line of my camera,
Over
like
on this
when
side?
they were talking.
Okay.
Sorry. See, just the extra people in the arena,
Mm-hmm.
just so that we can see when he's talking on it. Because you realize I'm going to be on, like, you guys can figure out where I'm at.
Yeah.
Results
So
of
I'm
Class
asking
1
Brandolin
ladies
to help me
heifer
out with the
calves.
juniors that
First
are,
place, Caroline Vondenstein, entry 861. Second place, entry 437, Laura Armentar with CT Susie Rhino, 23/0. Third place, Savannah Allen with A plus Lady Rainey, 380. Fourth place, Nathan Forche with KS Miss Princess Poppy. Fifth place, Tess Homar with FDC Miss Broken Hope. Sixth place, Keegan Valdatera with JLCS PCC Marie Rhino. And seventh place, Drake Carlin with Paradise Isles Miss Renner.
okay, so in
Give them all a
first
nice
place
round
in
of
that
applause.
last class,
In the ring
we
now,
had,
we have Class 2 Early Spring Heifer Calves.
okay, in that last class, we had, whoops, this is class number 2, guys. In that last class, our first place winner went to Carolyn Vondenstein with JLCS PCC Aussie Rhino. That's going to be an NCC Red Odyssey daughter out of GLCS PCC Stella Rose. And in second, we had CT Susie Rhino 23/0. That is going to be a smoking gun daughter out of CT Lady Rhino 8/19. That camera's like, yeah, it's just crooked. Hey Charity, glad you're watching with us. And Rancho Buena Vista, thanks for saying you're enjoying. A little bit. Good. Sorry, guys. Again, this is class 2. That'll be perfect. Yeah, see where it's dark right here? If they go there, if they're anywhere like in there, then I can shoot over them when the judge is talking. So in that little dark alley, that little dark strip. Thank you. Thanks, Charity. We try our best. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Let us know where you're watching from and what you think about the cattle. Again, this is class number 2 of our junior red female show. So junior meaning the people are showing the cattle, that are showing the cattle are junior exhibitors, junior aged exhibitors. And the way the judge worked his arena was he is pulling last to first, which again, from a standpoint of our videoing and taking photos, this makes it really nice because that way we can really get a lot of photos. It gives us a little bit more opportunity if we needed to get a photo of our first place winners. So we have 5 head. Yep, 5 out there. Looks like we've gotten to the top 3. Looks like he's walking them. Hey Marinus, how are you? Marinus, this is our junior show. These are junior exhibitors. And they're just going to show females today. So we have the red female show. And it will be followed by the gray female show. Hey, Brandon, that camera got completely sideways now. It's still like it's maybe because it's turned at an angle. Can you check it one more time? Look on the look in the camera side and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, stand up and look at the camera part. That's better. Thank you. Okay. We're down to, sorry guys, we're getting those extra camera angles fixed for us.
Very, very good class that comes out second in the ring here. And the young ladies heifer that's going to lead off, I'll be honest, and I guess y'all can probably see myself talking to myself. I think this pair is awfully close. And depending on which way a guy wants to go, depends on how to place them, obviously. For me, I decided I felt more comfortable with the femininity, look, and structure that this young lady's heifer has. I really just like how elegant she is up through her front end. I like how long spine she is. Is she as stout as the heifer in two? No, there's no doubt about that. And if you want them more powerful, then you'll definitely switch the pair, and I wouldn't argue with you. For me, I just like the femininity, look, and balance that young lady's heifer has to go ahead and start off. The young man's heifer that comes in two is one that is definitely big and burly. I think that one's bigger in her foot and bone work. She's got a great turn to her center body. She's stout out of her hip. And still that one balances good enough from the side. I guess if you're going to get picky on her, and when I start analyzing her, I want to redesign her up to her shoulder just a bit. She's a bit coarser, more open right through the point of it. When you compare back to that class winner, I think that pair is awfully good. Young man's heifer that comes in three is one that I like a lot of things about. She is cool looking, good barrel. She's got some power from behind. Why do I have her in three, you might ask? That's when the cattle are set in motion. She's just got a bit of hitch in her giddy up. She's willing to not get out and flex on her back right as comfortably as I'd like to see, but I think her quality makes her kind of go ahead and slide into third. Young man's heifer in four. 4 and 5 were difficult for me. The young man's heifer in four, though, is just a shot more extended, a shot more feminine up through her front end. Female, though, when you step behind the cattle, she'll funnel to her base, starts to pull her hock in ever so slightly. Young lady's heifer that comes in right behind her, moderate, big belly, just want to extend her everywhere. Extend her up front, extend her out of her hip, and I'd really like to see that heifer move it up a few spots. Young ladies heifer who rounds up the class, loose structure, a female for me that just doesn't proportion up as well as maybe a couple of the other ones in here. Nice class of Brahmin females. Give them a big round of applause, please.
Results of Class 2 Early Spring Heifer Calves. First place, Greta Forche with Miss C. Ray 720. Second place, Jack Vondenstein with BF Miss Malibu. Third place, Cash Vidito with Miss TO 35. Fourth place, Christopher Brown with Miss Caddo Ida Red 101. Fifth place, Reagan Sumrow with Miss Caddo Moonshine. Sixth place, Emma Bush with Miss Edith Lockhart 3/5. Let's give them all a nice round of applause.
Okay, guys, in first we had Greta Forstier, and I think somebody just told us that that was Dottie. She had Dottie. And that was going to be Miss C. Ray 720 out of, that's going to be a Mr. 3H X-Ray 825 daughter out of the CT Miss Smokin' Amy 44/7. And in second, we had Jack Bondenstein from Louisiana. And he was showing his VF Miss Malibu. That's going to be a VL Rojo Apache 1/50 daughter out of FDC Lady Lucy. So thanks, guys. That was first and second in that last class. We are waiting now for class 3. We're looking for 3 entries in class 3. Greta is turned right around and come back in the arena. We should have Emma Bush, and we should have Brock Sartwell. Yep, here they come. Tip. Sorry, guys. I was on mute. I was talking to them and getting the camera angles fixed. So I apologize. Thank you, Janice Brown Pond. Thank you, Janice, for telling us that, yep, and I forgot to hit my little, we're on mute button, so it didn't remind me. So thanks, guys. Got to keep me on my toes. Okay, so it looks like it's Team Greta so far today. So it looks like Greta Forstier with her.
Another really high quality class that we have here. But even with that being said, the young ladies heifer who starts off is one that I think does so very handily. I really like the balance and eye appeal that she has, but then she still checks off the cow function pieces, a good body, enough power and structure. I think that's an awfully high quality heifer to go ahead and start off this class. Taking nothing away from the young man's heifer that comes into. If you like a modern, big belly, loose structure, this one definitely fits that bill. For me, when you compare it back to the one right in front of her, she's just not as extended up through her front end. She's not as cool or level out through her hip, but I really just like the cow function.
I bet you
that the
are
heifer
proud,
two
Christy.
offers. Young lady's heifer that comes in 3, a long spine kind of female. A female
Two
for
for
me
two.
that runs up into her flank just a bit. We need to see her have a shot more bone and just looseness in how she handles her hind leg. But a really, really good trio of females. Give those exhibitors a big round of applause.
Okay, guys, we're going to be moving into Class 4 next, but Class 3 was won by Greta Forstier with her Paradise Islands Miss Kelly. That's going to be a TJF Mr. Smoking Gun daughter out of CT Miss Stelly Rhino. And in second, we have the TR Miss CC 129. That was led by Brock Sartwell. That's going to be an HK Mr. Smoking Aces daughter out of HK Miss Lag.
Second place, Brock Sartwell with TR Miss CC 129.
Out of an HK female.
Third place, Emma Bush with Miss Ella Lockhart. Now entering the ring is Class 4 Early Winter Heifer Calves, calved January of 2020.
Go ahead. Do rear view for me, buddy. That's January. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Circle around. Get it just a shot closer.
We are in Class 4. Class 4, and it looks like we're going to have only 2. We had 3 on the books. We're going to go to our calf champion class next in the red female show. Calf champion will follow up after this class. Don't forget, guys, we have a lot of photos up on our BrahminPhotos.com site. BrahminJournalPhotos.com. So BrahminJournalPhotos.com is where you can find the photos that we've been taking. We have a couple thousand photos up. We have all of the arena photos are now up from yesterday. So you can go on there. We have all different price photos. So super excited to have those up. I am working on backdrop photos as we speak. So if you need backdrop photos, we are working on those. I want to thank our sponsors, of course, and that is Carolina Brahmin Breeders Association 41st annual sale that we will be having on our Best Cattle Sales site. That's going to be June of this year, June 12th, and that is organized by Philip Gilstrap. So I want to say thank you to him for helping be one of our sponsors. And if you want a commercial like these guys have, you can just give us a shout. We will be at the Oklahoma Congress, the Cattlemen's Congress. 2 Diamond P Cattle Pursuit of Perfection online sale. Let's go
Good
back
pair
in
of
the
cattle
arena.
to end up our calf division here. The young man's heifer is going to go ahead and lead off, though. It's just one that I like the size, the presence that she has. I think she proportions up very, very well. Step in behind the cattle, she's definitely bigger and stouter out through her upper hip. I guess a heifer for me, if I was going to critique her ever so slightly, I want to see her just a bit different in her hoof shape, maybe see her get out and go with just a shot more flex, but that's being awfully critical. I think that's a very, very nice heifer to go ahead and start off. Young man's heifer that comes in too is one, you just like the moderation and fleshing ease that this female has. I think though, for me, she's probably taking that too far. One that I'd like to lean up just a bit, one that I'd actually like to see just a bit bigger in her kind, but I think that's a very good pair of females. Give those exhibitors a big round of applause for a job well done.
Okay, and we'll be coming back in with the calf
Results of
championship.
Class 4 early winter heifer calf. First place, Jack Vondenstein with CT Elise Popo, 6/0. And second place, Thomas Van Webbe. Now
Okay,
we're going
guys.
to go into our
So,
calf division
for
drive
calf
for our
division
red
drive,
females. From Class 1, first place,
coming in the arena.
Caroline Vondenstein with JLCS PCC Aussie Rhino. First place from Class 2 was Greta Porsche with Miss C Ray 720. First place in Class 3 was Greta Porsche with Paradise Island Miss Kelly. And first place from Class 4 was Jack Vondenstein with CT Elise Popo 6/0. Your second places from Class 1 was Laura Armentoir with CT Susie Rhino 23/0. From Class 2, Jack Vondenstein with BF Miss Malibu. Class 3, Brock Sarkwell with TR Miss CC 129. And from Class 4, Tomas Van Webbe. Let's give all of these exhibitors a nice round of applause.
For those sitting ringside, would y'all go ahead and join me, these exhibitors, for doing an awesome job. I think it's a very, very high quality calf division of red females that we have here. Even with that being said though, I think for me, the decision comes down to two of them, and I still haven't completely made my mind up yet, but I'll tell you the two that it comes down to in my head. The one out of the first class is one that I really, really like. I think that one's got tons of power, tons of substance, still balances up very, very good. I guess my thought is when I look at her and I went up the lineup, she is the April-born, she's the youngest, and she can definitely fit in size-wise with some of the ones behind her, but I do just like the overall quality, substance, and power that that female has. The other one that comes into my mind for contention is the young ladies out of Class 3, and that's one that I really just like the femininity and balance that she has. I like the structure. I guess if we compare back to the heifer in the first class, is she probably is naturally wide? No, but I do think she actually reads just a bit better through the point of her shoulder. I think she reads like she'll just be a bit neater in her chest before she matures on. So I'm going to look through it one more time and then take the hand of your division champion. But if you would, congratulate him one more time for doing an awesome job.
So he is walking through. He talked about the heifer out of the very first class, which is going to be the GLCSPCC Aussie Rhino. And then he also talked about the heifer out of that third class, which was Greta's heifer, and that's going to be the Paradise Islands Miss Kelly. He's going back and forth between the winner of the first class and the winner of the third class. And he's stepping back, walking back up towards that first class heifer. He's really torn. It looks like you can tell by his face. He's really thinking seriously about which one he'd like to choose. Likes them both. And I kind of agree with him. It's a difficult decision. All of these heifers are just really beautiful. And the Vondenstein heifer is going to be first. It's going to be calf champion. Calf champion is going to go to JLCSFCC Aussie Rhino, and that is going to be the champion. And our reserve calf champion is going to go to the graceful Greta Forstier with her Paradise Islands Miss Kelly.
JLCSPCC Aussie Rhino, and your reserve.
So congratulations, and we'll be moving on.
Greta Fortier with Paradise Islands Miss Kelly. Let's give them all a nice round of applause.
I might be saying Greta's last name wrong. Fortier. So, sorry. Thought it was Forstier. I'm so sorry. Fortier. Okay. So we are going to be moving into Class 7. We're going to be moving into Class 7. We're looking for 4 entries for Class 7, 2 in Class 8, 2 in Class 9, a single entry in 10, and the Junior Champion Drive.
Another challenging trio that we have here, because I think all three of these females, if you just look at them individually, they have enough body, they have enough power, and they all still balance up good enough for a guy. I think they're all three very, very high quality, so it's little things that sort, right? For me, the little things that lead this heifer to go ahead and start off to the top, I think she's the smoothest and most extended about her head and neck, and then I like the way that she sets her hock and pasture down to the surface from side view profile, and then I think that allows her to utilize it with just the advantage in terms of flexibility when the cattle are set in motion. But I think that's a very, very high quality heifer to go ahead and start off. Young man's heifer that comes in too, man, that one's got tons of power. If you just study the cattle from behind, she squares up with more shape down the top side of her skeleton. She comes bigger, stouter out of her hip. I guess what my issue is with this heifer, she's not as tall or unique up through her front end. A female that plants her hind leg just a shot straighter in comparison back to that heifer, but that's being awfully critical. I think that's a nice pair of females there to go 1-2. Young man's heifer in 3. I think hooks forward's one that I like quite a bit. Then I watched this one go. She's the most restricted in how she handles her hind leg, and then study her up through her front end. She'll start to pigeon in on her right ever so slightly. But a really, really good trio of females. Give those exhibitors a big round of applause for a job well done.
So
Results Class 7 late fall junior heifers, first place Jack Bondenstein with Paradise Islands Miss Bien. Second place Nathan Forche with Paradise Islands. Third place Drake Carlin with Paradise Islands Miss Divine. We're now going to move into our junior champion female drive. First place out of Class 7 was Jack Bondenstein. First place out of Class 8 was a single entry, Reagan Sumro with Moreno Miss Lady Rona. And a single entry out of Class 9 was Nicholas Bondenstein with Moreno Miss Lady Reagan. Again, our second place out of Class 7 was Nathan Forche with Paradise Islands.
Okay, guys, this is going to be the junior championship drive, and the reason why is because we had 2 classes that had single entries. So we're going to give you that 3 camera angle and let you guys watch the junior championship drive. And in the junior champion drive, we have out of Class 7, Jack Bondenstein with his Paradise Islands, Miss Bianca, I believe. That's going to be a WCC Maximus daughter out of CT Miss Noble Rhino. And in second, we had Nathan Forche, and he also was showing a Paradise Islands female.
We
That's a
have
WCC
good
Maximus
entries that come in and
Rojo.
represent the last 2 classes in this division. A young lady out of the second class is one that you just gotta love the cow function of that female. She is huge barreled, she is stout hips, she's pretty loose structured, like a lot of things about her. Maybe you compare her to the cattle on either side of her. She's not as extended or sharp up through her front end, but just in terms of being an excellent, I think that heifer's awfully nice. Young man's heifer that comes out of the last class is one that's unique. She's got a cool look, she's big and stout in her hips, she's got tons and tons of natural thickness. With that, I probably want to redesign her front end structure, push her back in her knee and shoulder ever so slightly. And then we've got the young man's heifer who comes out of that first class in this division, and like we talked, really thought that was a good trio of females. This one was the sharpest made. This was the one that I like to set to her hind leg the most. So I'm going to go down, look through it one more time, and then shake the hand of your champion in this division. Put your hands together for these exhibitors.
So out of that first class, class number 7, our champion is going to come, it's going to be crowned champion. So that's going to be the entry of Jack Bondenstein with his Paradise Islands female. That is a WCC Maximus Rojo daughter out of CT Miss Noble Rhino. And coming in for reserve consideration is going to be the second in that class, which was Nathan's entry. And again, that's going to be a WCC Maximus daughter out of CT Lady Noble Rhino. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to say that these are flush mates that were first and second in that class. And it looks like the flush mates are going to take the day. I believe these are going to be flush mates. So this is female is bred the exact same way that the champion was.
Your junior champion red female goes to Jack Bondenstein with Paradise Islands Miss Vian. And second place from that same class was Nathan Forche with Paradise Islands. Let's give them both a nice round of applause. We're going to go ahead and roll into our first class of our senior division.
Okay, we are getting
Senior
ready to go
heifers,
into our
Captain March,
senior division.
April of 2019.
Senior division. And this is going to be class number 13. We'll do class 13, 14, 15, and then we will be going to that senior drive, and then probably backdrop photos, and then the grays. Okay, sorry guys, doing a little homework. Backing up for you here. And again, we are in class 13. First class of our senior drive. Graceful Greta. I like that, Christy. Sorry, I'm a little slow on the uptake here. Sorry, guys. I was busy working on uploading some of the photos from the backdrops from the other day. And we are also going to be uploading this show, all the arena photos, during the gray show. So the red female show, all those photos will be up. And then backdrop photos, we'll get those backdrop photos up later. Takes a little bit longer, so we can crop those for you.
A challenging class here, and I think this pair is very, very difficult for me to sort through. I guess the reason why is because honestly I like the way that this heifer's angles read just a shot more, but she's a bit timid in motion, and with that it really weighs in my head of why maybe she's not moving as good. But I go ahead and say that I like just the levelness that she has, her extra performance and power. I think her bone matches her power just a shot better than the female in two. That's why I go ahead and use that young lady's heifer to win. I'm not taking anything away from this young lady's heifer that comes in second. She's definitely more moderate. She transitions better from her shoulder back into her forerib. Female's got tons and tons of power from behind. With that, she studies just a bit frailer in terms of bone construction than that heifer in motion. Even though she moves just a bit freer in how she handles her feet, she still rolls out of her hip ever so slightly. I think that's a tough pair of females to go 1-2. Young lady's heifer that comes in 3 is one that's really long, really extended, just doesn't have the same kind of width, product, or pride as the females in front of her. Nice class of females. Give those exhibitors a big round of applause.
Results of Class 13 Spring Senior Heifers. First place, Carly Joyce with CT Lady Posco, 10/9. Second place, Chloe Joyce with CT Miss Rojo Frajole. And third place, Sierra Brown with NB Miss Chief Judy Claire. Let's give them all a nice round of applause.
Okay, so in that last class, which was class 13, we had the lovely Carly Joyce showing CT Lady Pasco 10/9. She won that class. And when second was her sister Chloe with CT Miss Rojo Frajole. I'm going to guess that's a Butterbean daughter because they like to keep that bean in the name. So I'm going to say that that is what I think that one is. Now the class winner in that last class was a SRS Mr. Pasco 8/812 daughter out of CT Lady 380 Rhino. We don't have the breeding on the Frajole. Oh wait, we do. Yep, she moved from a previous class. So that was going to be the CT Miss Rojo Frajole 1/9. And that's going to be a DF Mr. Butterbean daughter out of CT Lady Riley Manso. We are now in class 14, guys. And then it looks like we have one more class. It's probably going to be a single entry. So I'm going to guess that we'll just go into division drive with the senior division drive. And then we'll have that grand championship in this red female show.
A nice pair of females that we have here. The young lady speckled heifer that's going to go ahead and lead off is one that is just so much wider, bolder, stouter everywhere than when you compare back to the female that comes in too. And I think one of the big things that weighs into my head is she's further along in calf also, and that's a clear advantage that she has. I think that helps her have that extra body mass and dimension. Young lady's heifer is going to come in too. If you like them pretty and extended, I definitely agree with that because I really like that female's look from the side. She's looser in how she handles her hind leg, no doubt. She's stepping behind her, female that needs to be supplied with more everywhere. She needs to be bolder in her forearm, she needs to be stouter out of her hip, and then I want to see her further along in calf. But I think a very, very nice pair of females. Congratulations to those exhibitors.
Results of Class 14 Winter Senior Heifers. First place, Reagan Sumrow with Miss Chaparral, 172. And second place, Emma Bush with Miss Camellia Lockhart. We'll now move into our senior champion drive. Out of Class 13, we have Carly Joyce with CT Lady Posco, 10/9. Out of Class 14, Reagan Sumrow with Miss Chaparral, 172. And our entry out of Class 15 was Cash Vidito with Miss Tio, 68. Our second places, out of Class 13, we have Chloe Joyce with CT Miss Rojo for Hole. And out of Class 14, we have Emma Bush with Miss Camellia Lockhart. Let's give them all a nice round of applause.
Single entry that we haven't talked about, and when we study this one from the side, she's just very, very soft and deep about her center rib. She's one that proportions up good enough. She might have a shot at chest, but I guess my issues with this one is when we step in behind the cattle, she'll close up to her pins just a bit. She'll pull her hocks in from behind. I think it's a very difficult decision out here for your senior yearling decision, because this young lady's heifer came out of that top class and is definitely one that I thought was a a difficult decision. She balanced up bigger, and she was bigger in her bone work. She was leveler and stronger in her top line. She's a little bit timid on the move. Young lady's heifer that comes out of Class 2 is one that's robust in terms of her center body, stout hip. I want to reconstruct her hip and see her go just a shot better. And then the young men's heifer that comes out of that last class is one that's still a big body Cali one that pulls her hocks in, rounds out of her hip just a bit and closes up from behind as well. So my decision gets to be very, very difficult for me. I think the toughest decision came out of Class 1. I want to keep those two together and be Grand Reserve. Congratulations to y'all.
Okay, so he has chosen his senior champions. His senior champions are going to be out of that first class. That's going to be the Joyce girls.
Lady Pasco 10 over 9.
So we're going to have Carly and Chloe.
Same class, Chloe Joyce with CT Miss Rojo Frajole. We're going to go ahead and move over to our champion red female drive.
So we're getting ready to do our grand champion drive. Our grand champion drive is coming in next. And again, congratulations to Joyce Custom Fitters and Carly and Chloe Joyce. Carly was champion with CT Lady Pasco 10 over 9. Again, that's an SRS Mr. Pasco daughter. And out of CT Lady 380 Rhino. And of course, in second in that class, and reserve senior champion was the CT Miss Rojo Friholi 1 over 9. That's going to be a Butterbean, DF Mr. Butterbean daughter out of CT Lady Riley Manso.
Your CAF champion was Caroline Vondenstein with GLCS PCC Aussie Rhino. Your junior champion was Jack Vondenstein with Paradise Islands Miss Bien. And your senior champion was Carly Joyce with CT Lady Pasco 10 over 9. Your reserve CAF champion was Greta Forche with Paradise Islands Miss Kelly. Reserve junior champion was Nathan Forche with Paradise Islands. And your reserve senior champion was Chloe Joyce with CT Miss Rojo Frajole. Let's go ahead and give all of our red female exhibitors a nice round of applause.
There we go. Let's see how that works. This is our Grand Championship drive in the red female show.
Very pleased with the lineup that we have out here, and I think there's 3 high-quality division representatives and 3 reserves that can definitely withstand a lot of competition as well. With that being said, though, there's one that I think just balances up the best, has a bright future, but still looks the part today. Young man out of the intermediate division, you're going to be champion. Congratulations to you.
Okay, so out of the junior division or the intermediate division, that is going to be our champion. So that is going to be back number 860. And 860. Sorry guys, looking for it. $860 is going to be Jack Vondenstein with his Paradise Islands female. That's going to be a Maximus daughter out of CT Miss Noble Rhino. So 860 is the back number, and of course that is Jack. Jumpin' Jack. I'm sure we'll be taking backdrop photos next, so I'll be hopping off while the beautiful Brandolyn goes and takes backdrops.
When it comes to a decision for reserve, for me it comes down between the cattle and either. And young lady's calf out of the bag decision, that big heifer, is one that we talked to her in class. She was big boned, she was massive, just a bit timid in motion. And then for me, the youngest heifer that wins that calf division, thought that division was tough. And I really, really like the future of this female. Young man with the calf, be reserved. Congratulations.
Okay, and out of our calf division, our calf was going to be the reserve grand champion. So that is going to be Bondenstein again with the GLCS PCC Aussie
Your
Rhino.
champion red female goes to Jack Bondenstein with Paradise Islands Miss Bianca. And your reserve champion red comes out of the calf division, Caroline Bondenstein with JLCS PCC Aussie Rhino.
Congratulations. We'll be back with the gray show soon.
We'll go ahead.
All right, we are back live. They decided they wanted to take all the backdrop photos at the end. And so we're going to go right straight into the gray show. So we are in the gray show right now. This is class number 1 of the gray females. And again, there are no bulls. So we're moving right along with our judge here in Belton, Texas, the lovely snowy Belton, Texas. Hey, I changed the card and changed the folder too.
Perfect.
And we are in a little bit of a snow alert. It's kind of a little on the freaky side. I want to say thank you to some of our sponsors that help us be here and remind you about some sales we have coming up. AT Brahmins Fall Born Prospect Sale will be on bestcattlesales.com in the spring of 2021. And I think it's planned so that it would work out with possession dates for juniors. We also are thankful that Bob Rich of Rich Cattle Company, Bob and Wendy, have decided to use us for their online auction later this year. So pretty excited about that. And that sale will be in May of 2021. So that is the Rich Cattle Company online sale on Best Cattle Sales. Of course, thank you to Southern Bells. That's going to be a group of breeders that are very progressive that have decided to use Best Cattle Sales again to do their live online auction. And that's going to be 15 elite red and gray Brahman show heifers and donor prospects. Those are going to be offerings from Bogachita Cattle Company, D7 Cattle, Jason McMullen, Jones Farms, and Wedgeworth Cattle. So thank you guys very much. And then, of course, we have Cole and Brianna Prince. They will be having their sale, CNR Farms. They have a replacement female sale. That is going to be held in Cairo, Georgia, and that is going to be June 12th also. That's going to be commercial females and golden certified F1s. So make sure you make plans to participate in that sale. I believe it's going to be on Cattle in Motion Live. But it is a actual auction. You can go there and see the cattle and pick them up. Pick out what you want. And then, of course, we want to thank Hatch Cummings of Red Smith Genetics. He just has done a tremendous job in his breeding program. So we just want to say thank you to him. Check him out. Go see, visit with him. He should be at a show coming soon. And if not, visit with the IS Ranch Fitting Service with Bethlehem Bishop. She is hauling his cattle. So I think we will be seeing those at the Congress, most likely, there in Oklahoma City. That's our next stop. If you'd like to have a commercial like these sponsors do, just let us know at Brahman Journal. Also want to thank the Sexing Technologies, or ST Genetics. ST Genetics and HK Cattle have joined together to do the Gemstone sale. The Gemstone sale is January 27 to 28, and it is going to be hosted on Cattle. And again, that is ST Genetics, Sexing Technologies, along with the great HK Cattle. So they will have their presentation. And we have to thank Heritage Cattle Company for choosing us for their online auction this year. So we're really excited. They're going to have their Spring Brahman Bull online sale Tuesday, February 2nd. And that's going to be on bestcattlesales.com. You can visit with Judd or Gala Colors for more information. And we have some sale lots up right now on our Best Cattle Sales site. And that is going to be the Heart of the South sale. Heart of the South sale is going to happen January 16 and 17. That's going to be some progressive breeders from Mississippi. And we already have heifers up and some videos up. There's some tremendous looking cattle on that sale. So make sure you check that out. And we are going to go back into the arena as he moves around with this very large young class. This is our Class 1 Gray Female Show. Hey from Costa Rica, Roberto. Thanks for joining us. Hey Jacob, thanks for watching, and Jorge too, and Jose Benjamin, thank you guys for watching. Let us know where you're watching from and what you think about the cattle. We are here at our junior show. This is the junior show, so that means junior exhibitors, and we are in Class 1. And Harrison Smith from College Station is sorting through the cattle today. Hey, how are you?
Were you before or after dinner? You stay right there and we'll come get you out.
Hey, Bobby, thanks for watching with us. We agree, we think these cattle look tremendous. And for those of you who had kiddos showing in the Red Female Show, for those of you who had your junior exhibitors showing in the Red Female Show, we are uploading as we speak all of the Red Female Arena photos. We have about 400 of them. We're uploading them as we speak to the Brahmin Journal Photos website. So you can go and you can just search Brahmin Photos, or you can search Brahmin Journal Photos. Up to our photo site where you can purchase photos. We have really some great pricing on there, so you can get them for social media or whatever you need them for. So super excited that we've had the opportunity to do this for you. Hey Joaquin, how are you? Just so you guys know, I don't get all of the comments. So like I missed some comments yesterday. For example, I missed a comment that would have been really fun to share with you. I think the junior reserve gray female was actually owned by KI Cattle. That's going to be our good friends over at KI Cattle. So he had mentioned that in the comments and I just didn't catch it. So thank you guys for watching here. We had some great cattle here, and look, these three are just beautiful. So it looks like, yep, it looks like he went with
challenging
bullseye
class to start
first.
off our gray show here. The young ladies gray female that I'm going to use to lead off is definitely one that doesn't act the best, and I think those sitting ringside can see that. But man, when this young lady gets her calmed down and stopped, I like a lot of things about her. I think she's got a cool look. I think she's wide constructed. I think she's big and stout out of her hip. I really like the future that female has, especially when she decides to be a show cow, because I really like just the quality, substance that she offers. The young lady's heifer that's going to come into is one that's really, really feminine about her head and neck, and I really, really like the power that she has out through her hip when you compare back to the female in third. Compare back to the class winner, though, I don't think she matches her power with enough bone and foot underneath, but that's an off heifer that goes in two. Young lady's heifer that comes in three is one of the females in here, and I really like the quality look that she has for side. I think she's very, very feminine and very balanced. Just stepping behind the cattle and study her. I don't think she's as wide or expansive through her upper hip and pin set today, but I really think that's a nice female that comes in three. Young man's heifer that comes in four is one. Long spine, loose structure, very feminine. Probably just needs to be fresher in terms of her center body today, but I think that one's awfully nice. Love the extension in that female. Like the body mass and moderation in the female that comes in five. Heifer that just doesn't balance as well in her top line. Young lady's heifer that comes in six is definitely one that's extended and sharper made than the female in front of her. Want to see her shot more moderate. Want to see her shot deeper in terms of her lower rib. Young man's heifer that comes behind her is one that's very, very loose structured, probably almost to a fault. Female that's got an extra set to her hind leg. Want to reconstruct how she is out of her hip, pick her up in her chest floor a bit. Young man's female that comes right behind that one, a moderate, easy fleshed kind of female, just a bit more generic in her look.
Hey, McKenna.
The young lady's heifer behind him. She's got a stoved up kind of attitude, problem maybe opposite of our class winner. A female that's really high performing, a heifer that just needs to balance a shot better to work up. Same can be said about the two behind her, the two moderate females, easy fleshing, loose structure, probably just need to have a shot more growth and extension all the way through. But a nice class of great females to start the show. Give them a big round of applause.
Okay, we'll talk about who won in that class here in a moment, but I just want to say shout out to McKenna Schulte Cattle Company. They had the grand champion, and I think we had the information wrong because we got confused on the program, but they had the grand champion yesterday. Very tough, great female show, and that was going to be Miss SCC Schulte's Barbie, 250 over 9. That's going to be a Mr. SCC Studley daughter.
First place
And
goes
so
to
congratulations,
Kelsey Fairley
McKenna.
with Miss BER Gypsy. Second place is Ruby Thomas. Third place is Jaylee Rushing from
Okay,
Santa
so
Fe.
we're going to talk about
Fourth
first
place
and
goes to
second in that
Jaylee
last
Rushing,
class.
also from Santa Fe.
So the
Fifth
first place
place
was
is
Kelsey
Eddie Wilson from
Fairley,
Franklin.
and she had the Miss BER
place is
Gypsy
Anna Kate
734. That's going to be a
Seventh place
Pablo
goes to Holden
daughter
Jefferson.
out of the RB bred
Eighth
cow,
place
Miss
goes to
RB
Cash Carter
667
from
over 3,
Forestville.
so some great breeding there.
Ninth place
And then big shout
goes
out
to
to
Katie Burnett
AT
from
Brahmins.
Ladonia.
AT
10th
Brahmins
place
entry
goes
was
to
second in that very
Fallon
hard
Rapp of
class
Weatherford.
with, I think, the smallest
11th
show
place
person.
goes to
That was
Carson
Ruby
Rapp
Thomas.
of
How old
Weatherford.
is Ruby? She just turned 8.
Now is in the ring
She
now
just
is
turned
your
8,
second
so
class
she
of
can
early
now
spring
show.
heifers
And that
cattle
is their
in the
JDH
month of
Mr.
March.
Music Manso bull that sired that beautiful female. I think they're waiting for her name. And she is out of one of their Miss ATs, so she's out of Miss AT 510. So again, JDH Mr. Music Manso is making tremendous impact on the breed, and that is at AT Brahman. So congratulations for that first and second. And we'll be seeing them back for calf champion consideration. And as long as we're talking about that beautiful female that you saw that was second in class, let's talk about the fact that you have an opportunity to purchase an AT Brahmin. They're going to have their fall born prospect sale in the spring of 2021. It's going to be in April. We haven't completely set a date, and that's going to be on bestcattlesales.com. And they had a sale last year, and it was super successful. And kids got some great prospects and went on to win with those cattle. So that is your opportunity. Stay tuned. Keep an eye out on our Facebook as well as our bestcattlesales.com site for that particular online auction. And Camille was going, way to go, Ruby. Ruby has a little fan club going. So good job, Ruby. So we move along in this gray show. We are on class 2. Sorry, I got behind. Got to chitting and chatting. Here we go. We are on class 2 of the gray females. That was a huge first class. Very, very impressive. And of course, shout out to our good friends at Bullseye Ranch for breeding the heifer that won that class. Alrighty, looks like we have four head for consideration in this class. Class 2 of the calf division. Again, if you are looking for photos from the red female show, we have all of our photos are up. They were uploading. Yep, they're still uploading. We have about 90 more photos to go to be completely uploaded. But if you go to our BrahmanJournalPhotos.com, you will find in the 2021 photos the red female arena photos. We'll then have the hi from Mally. So thank you very much. We appreciate what you're saying about our stream as well as how great the cattle look. Okay, so he has
a nice class of females here, but the young ladies heifer that leads off, I think, does so very easily. When you're the most powerful, good structured, the best balance, and still have tons of win, and you win easy. I like that heifer a good bit to go ahead and lead off. Young man's heifer that's going to come in second. I think 2 and 3 are close. Why I sided with the young man's female in 2. She's a shot more extended up to her front end. She proportions up just a bit better. She's stronger right behind her hump, and I think that gives her a cooler look from the side view profile. Young man's female that comes in 3. No doubt she's bigger bodied. She's got tons of natural thickness up high and from behind. I think, though, when you study this one from the side, she's just a bit more generic in how she ties her neck into her shoulder. She's just a shot more generic in her hip and hind leg set. Young lady's female that rounds out the class, sharper and smoother front than the female in front of her, no doubt. Just when I set this heifer in motion, she gets just a bit more restricted in terms of her hind leg travel, but I think it's a nice set of 4 females. Give those exhibitors a big round of applause for a job well done.
Okay, we had the entries in class 2 placed, so we will move along to class 3, but let's talk about who did what in class 2. We had Leah Thibodeau
With class 2. First place goes to Leah Thibodeau. Second place, Holden Jefferson. Third place goes to Colby Joe Koshin of Wharton. And fourth place goes to Annie Carter of Floresville.
Okay, so in first we had the Leah Thibodeau on the stick, and that was going to be CT Nobilata Rhino 14/0. That's going to be sired by Mr. 7IL 142 and out of the beautiful CT Miss Monica Rhino. And then in second, we had Holden Jefferson. I do not have the information on Holden's heifer. So unfortunately, don't have the information on that, just have an ABBA number, but I'm sure we can get that for you later if anybody has any interest. So we're now moving along to class number 3. We're going to go to class number 3 in the calf of the gray females. Yeah. Hey, could you, we're going to go mute for just Okay, sorry, we had the sound off for a moment, Tito, while we did a little housekeeping. We're getting ready for class 3 any minute now. But let's go ahead and talk about some of our sales we're going to have coming up. So, for example, we are going to talk about the C&R Farms sale. C&R Farms replacement female sale. That is going to happen June 12th, 2021 in Cairo, Georgia. Commercial females and golden certified F1s. That is Cole and Brianna Prince. And you can follow them on Facebook. They have select F1 bulls available by private treaty also. They have some great cattle, and I can say that the golden certified F1s are all going to be sired by IS Mr. Kosciuszko. Had a little trouble with that earlier. IS Mr. Kosciuszko. I should like to say that because it's kind of a fun name to say. Kosciuszko. Kosciuszko is the sire of Mr. Weeks, IS Mr. Weeks, who was the reserve grand champion at our first Winter Classic show that we were here on Thursday. So you can go back in the stream and watch him and know that the sire of Mr. Weeks is Mr. Kosciuszko. Mr. Kosciuszko is going to be the sire of all of these golden certified F1s. We also want to thank Southern Bells. They're going to have 15 elite red and gray Brahman show heifers and donor prospects that will be available for sale in July of 2021 in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. BestCattleSales.com is going to be hosting that sale. I believe Philip Gilstrap will be managing the sale. And you're going to see some beautiful cattle and some offerings from Bogachita Cattle, D7 Cattle, Jason McMullen, Jones Farms, and Wedgeworth Cattle. I've already seen a few sneak peeks, and they are pretty darn impressive. So bestcattlesales.com, and you'll be able to bid live and online. And of course, we have to say thank you to Elgin Breeding Service. Thank you to Elgin Breeding Service for all that you do. They have a family tradition of quality since 1954. Custom semen collection and processing and much more. Let's go back into the arena. And then we're going to ask the beautiful Brandolyn. I had asked Bethelyn to do this, but I think beautiful Brandolyn could do it too. If you wouldn't mind having them, when they get a moment, they could announce over this announcers that all of the Red Female Show arena photos are up on BrahmanPhotos.com, BrahmanJournalPhotos.com. So, yeah. So if anybody's looking for their red arena photos, they're already up, ready to go. Okay, we are in class number 3. Class number 3, it's a small class. We only have 2. It looks like we only have 2 in class number 3. Huh? all the red arena from the show this morning are already up. Yep, perfect. We have 2 in class number 3. Then we're going to be coming back for class 4 with 5 head in class 4, and then we will be going into that CAF championship drive. Hey Carlos, thanks for watching. We're going to go mute and sound off for just a momentito. Okay, we are sound back on. There we go. We are in class number 3. Hey, Jose, thanks for watching. Again, if you're watching our gray show, all of the red female photos from the arena are already up and on our photo site. So the ABBA Junior New Year's Bash photos, we have photos up from the red arena photos. We haven't taken backdrops yet, and I am working on backdrop photos from Saturday. Still working on those, guys. Been a little busy, plus the weather's a little bad, but I do plan on, they should all be up by Monday at the very, very latest.
2 different extremes that we have here. We have one that's probably just a shot more moderate. We have one that's probably just a shot too big, I guess, for me. And so what are the differences, or why do I go ahead and use a more moderate one? I think she's just a shot more extended, ties her neck just a bit higher on the top side of her shoulder. I think she reads just a bit better out of her hip and how she sets her hind leg down to the surface. On the other end, if you like the extra frame and stature of the young man's female that comes in too, I definitely wouldn't argue the switch. She's definitely got the performance weight per day advantage, no doubt. For me, I want to probably tone her down into frame size, and then from the side, she maybe doesn't proportion up as well as the female right in front of her. Nice pair of female. Give those exhibitors a big round of applause.
Okay. Whoops. Sorry, guys. A little bump there. Hey, Brian. Thanks for watching. And Norma and Stacy.
Was Eddie Wilson from Franklin. And second place goes to Luke Bludo of Hallettsville.
No, I thought that was class.
Coming in now are
I got completely off.
those
Sorry,
that are
guys.
for CAF champion and reserve CAF champion.
Okay, so we are now doing. I guess I missed a class somewhere. Not sure how that
Class
happened.
1 winner is Kelsey Fairley. Class 2 winner was Leah Thibodeau. Class 3 winner is Jaylee Rushing, which was a single entry class.
Oh,
And Class 4 winner is Eddie Wilson.
okay. That's how that
Our
happened.
reserves class winners were Ruby Thomas out of Class 1. Class 2 in second place
Okay,
was
guys.
Holden Jefferson.
So we had a little bit of a change up on us.
There was not a second place in Class 3, and Class 4 was Luke Bludo of Hallettsville.
Okay, so what happened there was in the CAF championship, in class number 3, there was 1 entry, so Jay Lee did not come in. And so we had class 4 come in, and I was thinking it was class 3. So let me get you this little angle over here. We'll back up a little bit so you guys get a good angle of the arena. And this is the Calf Champion Drive here in Belton, Texas at the ABBA New Year's Bash, the junior show. Okay, so in the first class, in class number 1, we are going to have in the first place for consideration is going to be the Miss BER Gypsy 734. That's going to be a Pablo daughter. She's going to be the top, the very farthest one away, the little white heifer from class number 1. And of course, in second, we had Ruby Thomas showing her JDH Mr. Music Man daughter out of Miss AT 510. Then in the second class, we had the
a very
lovely
high
Leah
quality single
Thibodeau.
entry comes out here for F division we haven't discussed yet. When she came in, I really like the feet and legs that she has underneath her. She's got a great silhouette and look from the side. Maybe she's not as powerful as a female right in front of her, but I think that one's awfully high quality in terms of her look and basic build. For those sitting ringside, put your hands together for these junior exhibitors here in our calf division of the Gray Show. There's one female out here, though, that I thought hit me pretty hard when she came into class. I liked her power, I liked her substance. Young lady out of class 2, you're going to be our champion today.
Okay, Leah
Congratulations.
Thibodeau. Leah Thibodeau with her CT Nobilata Rhino 14/0. That's going to be sired by Mr. SIL. And out of CT Miss Monica Rhino. So congratulations to Leah Thibodeau. Coming in for reserve consideration is going to be Colby Joe. And that is going to be the Miss Bar F Charlotte out of, that's going to be a BC Mr. Smoky daughter out of, let's see, and that is going to be out of OK Miss Bud 57/6. So we have all our first place winners and 1 second place winner. So we do have a champion. Okay, Nicholas Coronado told me that Holden's heifer is a Mr. V8 146/8 daughter. Okay, so we're walking now. So I'm not sure. So Nicholas, did I, oops, sorry guys. Got a little lost there. Did I announce something wrong? Oh, okay, I see. Okay, I see. So in second place in that class number 2 that we didn't have the information on, Nicholas was being kind enough to explain to me that that heifer was sired by V8
It's
146.
difficult out here for contention for reserve, and I think all 4 of these heifers are awfully nice and high quality. The one for me, though, that strikes me the best, I like the future that this female has, especially when she changes her attitude. Young lady out of the first class, you're going to be reserved. Congratulations.
Okay, our
to you.
reserve calf champion is going to go to the BR branded heifer that was in that first class. That was being led by Kelsey. And Kelsey, congratulations with your Miss BER Gypsy 734. That's going to be by the Pablo Bull that the
Your
Bullseye
calf
Ranch
champion
has.
goes
And
to
out of
Leah
Miss
Thibodeau out of
RB
class 2.
667/3.
And your reserve calf champion is Kelsey Fairley out of class 1. Now entering the ring will be class 7. This will be your late fall junior heifers born in November and December of 2019.
Okay, so we are moving on into class number 7. Class number 7. We're looking for 3 entries in class number 7. Class number 8 is a rather large class 9 and 10, and then we'll go to that junior champion drive. Oh, thank you so much, Nicholas. I really appreciate you letting us know that. Nicholas is letting us know the breeding on that heifer that was second in one of our classes that Holden was leading, and we didn't have the information for. Hey, Ron, how are you? We can use all the help we can get, so we really appreciate it when you guys keep us on target. Let's see if this view is a little bit better for you guys. There we go. We have the beautiful Brandolyn Bishop in the arena shooting photos. Super pumped and excited. Brandolyn has finished her career in college, at least, gotten her first degree. I'm sure she'll probably want to do some more. But she has decided to come work with Ramen Journal full time. So we are super pumped. She will be helping with graphic design and ad placement, and so if you have any questions or any questions about our social media platforms or how to become one of these cool commercials that we have, which we could run through a few of those in a bottom corner while we're doing this class number 7. But thank you to our sponsors that help us be here.
Nice
Wait,
Toyota's
we have a first.
junior division here. The young man's heifer is going to go ahead and lead off, does so because I think of the two cattle that are more appropriate in terms of structure, she's one that just balances up a shot better from the profile, specifically in how she ties her neck out of the top side of her shoulder. I just think is more attractive than the heifer that comes in 2. Female that comes in 2 is no doubt big bodied. She's got so much natural dimension through her lower quarter and stifle as well. For me, I just want to see that heifer a bit trimmer and her chest forward. I want to see her shot more attractive up front. But I think that heifer's structure is what allows her to stay in 2. The young man's female that comes in 3 is one that's very, very sharp fronted, very just bold and crisp in terms of her shape, and I appreciate that about her. For me, it's when I set the cattle in motion, I have to see her get out and go with more flex and comfort off either end of her skeleton. If we can set back her ankles and give her a longer stride, I think we can work that female up a couple spots. Nice heifer, give her a big round of applause for a job well done.
Okay, those were going to be the results of
For
class
Class
7.
7, first place is Colby Joe Koshin of Wharton. Second place is
So
Rochelle
Colby
Yepes from
Joe
Austin.
was
And
leading
third place
JDH Lady
is Charlie
Manso
McDade
510
from
over
Manville.
1. That's going to be a JDH Mr. Manso 423 daughter out of
Class
JDH
8
Lady
will now be
Manso
entering
84
the
over
ring.
1. And in
These are
second,
heifers
we
born
had
in
Rachel.
September
Raquel,
and
sorry.
October
And that
of
is going to be, she was
2019.
leading Miss Carew Oakley. That's going to be a Carew Boy 21 daughter. I'm sorry. That is going to be a Cara Boy 21 daughter out of Cara Girl 60 over 6. So congratulations to you guys. We will be seeing you back for this junior division drive shortly.
Wow. Everything's about equality.
And I would bet the beautiful Bethlehem Bishop would run the camera while I step away for just a momentito. Okay, we're gonna mute you guys. Alrighty, we are back sound on. And as I said earlier, we're still working on backdrop photos from yesterday. It's a long day yesterday, but I'm working on them as we speak. Oh my Lord, Ed, it's snowing big time in Kemp, Texas, y'all. I'm not big on snow, so I'm not going to Kemp. Ed and Francis Colors are watching. So thank you guys. And as long as Ed and Francis are watching, we are going to talk about a sale that probably will be near and dear to their heart. And that is going to be the Spring Heritage Brahmin Bowl sale. And it is going to be online February 2nd. So woohoo. Thanks for watching with us, Ed and Francis Colors. I think Francis just had a birthday. If I remember right, I saw Judd was wearing a birthday mask that was pink that said Happy Birthday, Francis. Oh, so she did have a birthday. We'll wish her happy birthday from all of us. We're going to go sound off for just a Okay, it is snowing here, guys, so Bethlyn is being very kind to grab her sister's camera because they have never seen snow before. I think you're getting ready to see a lot of it.
I hope so. We're gonna take pictures of the calves today if it snows.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
There's kids out there making snowmen.
Oh, my goodness, they're making snowmen outside, guys. I am not big on snow at all.
You've never seen it.
Well, I have.
Like we saw it in the mountains,
You've seen it
but
once.
it was on the ground. We
Oh,
haven't seen it.
you haven't actually seen the physical action of snow.
Like
Okay,
it was
so
melting. When we saw it.
okay, so Bethlehem Bishop was explaining to me that they have never seen snow before, where the actual action of snowing. And all I can say is, yuck. Just not like looking forward to driving home. I wondered why the kids were going crazy.
Oh, like they're taking off their show shirts and putting on jackets to go out playing and then come back in.
So then coming back in. How funny. So now you've seen snow, huh?
I have seen snow. I've seen snow like on the ground, but I've never seen it falling.
That's what Gwendolyn was just telling me. She said you've never seen the action of snowing. So those out in Facebook world, Brandolyn has seen her first snow. And it is snowing here, and we are in Texas.
But it's like slushy.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not sticking? That's
No.
probably a good thing. Okay, we are down to our last two. Like we're down to the last two. So it's going to be between those two right there on your screen. And I can honestly say one will be first probably and one will be second. And Ruby. Ruby has a fan club. Fan Club Ruby.
Long, challenging, deep, I think quickly describes this class. Young ladies heifer that I'm going to go ahead and start off with. Once you look and get over the fact that she might not be as bongo ribbed as the one right behind her and just compare her as an individual and say she's got enough, I really like just the quality and look that this female has. She studies more appropriate in terms of the shape and the way her shoulder sets onto her skeleton. I really like her hip and hind leg placement.
Way to go, Ruby and Arrow. Way to go, Ruby. Coming in crazy.
Thickness. Now, like I said, she's not as soft and as soggy as the young man's red heifer here. And if you want to switch it because of that reasons, I certainly wouldn't argue. That's what was running through my head the whole time. And the young man's heifer there, still strong spine, and like I said, super, super cowy middle. Study her front structure just a bit, though. She's a bit coarser and more open right there to the point of her shoulder. I want to make her chop more conservative in terms of her frontal base width, but I think that's a really nice pair of females to go 1-2. Young ladies heifer that comes in 3. If we just study this one from the side when she's parked, I really, really like her because she gives a great silhouette and an awesome look. Stepping behind her, though, I just want to see her have a sharp expansion through her hips and more power to her lower quarter and side. The reason she stays 3, though, I think she moves just a bit freer than the young man's heifer in 4. High-performing, long, extended female that comes in 4. A heifer I just need to see looser and more comfortable.
All these
in her
people are
stride.
like making
The young man's heifer
comments,
that
so you'll be
follows that one,
feeling the comments.
really, really like just the softness of feet and legs. A female that probably needs to shove more body. A female I'd like to see tie just a bit higher. I think the 2 heifers right behind her are ones that are very, very loose structured. Maybe just don't have the same kind of width or prise the cattle in front of it. And then the 3 females that are coming behind that. Soft-bodied, sound structure kind of cattle that are just a bit more generic in terms of their overall makeup. Nice set of Brahmin females. Give them a big round of applause for a job well done.
Alrighty, we had Miss Ruby, which you guys already know because everybody's on the
Results for
comments.
Class 8. First
saying
place goes to Ruby
congratulations.
Thomas. Second place, Holden Jefferson.
And Holden, let's
Third
see
place,
who
Grant
Holden was
Forche.
leading.
Fourth
Okay.
place, Mikey Curry.
I bet Nicholas
Fifth,
Coronado
Colby
can
Joe
help us with the
Kosher.
Holden heifer because we don't
Sixth
have any
place,
information
Jalen
on that
Rushy.
one either. So in
Seventh
first place, guys,
Sydney Schley. 8th,
in first
Mackenzie
place we
Baines.
had Little Ruby
Ninth place,
Tuesday. We had
Ashley
Ruby
Ritchie.
Thomas
And
of
10th place
AT
goes to
Brahmins,
Peyton
and she was
Armstrong.
showing her AT Miss Arrow Manso, and that
Now
is going to
entering
be a
the ring is
JDH
Class
Mr.
9.
Music Manso's
These are
daughter
heifers born
out of
in
AT
July
Miss Izzy
and
Manso.
August of
So
2019.
congratulations to Ruby Thomas for a very hard-won class. And then Holden Jefferson, we're going to ask if Nicholas Coronado can tell us maybe who Holden was holding because we don't have all of the information on that. So we are now entering into class number 9. This is going to be class number 9. And again, congratulations to Ruby Thomas of AT Brahmins. AT Miss Arrow Manso won that last very, very difficult class, and she looked really good. And she has a whole little fan club. Okay, so Nicholas Coronado is letting us know that the heifer that Holden was leading, which we don't have the information on, but she is a Maximus daughter. Now remember, guys, Maximus is that Red Bull of Watkins Cattle Company, but he can breed gray. So clearly, probably the dam, who is a Miss CBR Tort, was gray, and so therefore that's why we have that kind of slightly red tinged but a gray heifer. So again, Holden Jefferson, thank you Nicholas Coronado for giving us the information on that animal. We don't have her name, but we do have her breeding, so big congrats to, of course, Watkins Cattle Company for their Maximus bull, who did a tremendous job yesterday. A lot of champions that were Maximus bred, and of course, you know, the winning goes on today. Okay, so Alyssa is telling. Okay, I think maybe we have some. Hey, McKenna. Okay, go Harper and Kelsey. Good luck to them. Oh, that's right. She is in this class. supposed to be. Let's see. Okay, so Alyssa is telling Nicholas maybe the dam's wrong. Oh, is that her name then? Oh, that would be her name, Miss HC Pixie 120/9. I gotcha. Okay, so we do now have the information on Holden's heifer. Sorry guys, I was writing down that information about Holden's heifer. I'll get you guys turned around here so you can see what's in the arena. And of course, McKenna's with us now watching for her friend Kelsey, who is leading, I believe. Is she in here? We only have 5 heifers in here, so maybe Kelsey's going to be in another class. But anyway, McKenna, you guys had a great show yesterday. They had Grand Champion Gray Female. So congratulations to Schulte Cattle. They had a really tremendous show, won some very, very difficult classes. There was one where they stood first, second, and third, and of course, it was a really tough show. Can we get them to pull forward a little bit more, guys? Keep coming. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that way I can kind of get over them. Thank you. All right, those are the 3 that are staying in for consideration.
Five nuts heifers that we have out here in our third class in this intermediate division. Young ladies female that's going to go ahead and lead off is one that is very, very powerful, yet she still carries that power with so much cushion and comfort on her feet and legs, and you've got to really respect that about her. And then stop her from the side. I like the way she proportions out. Long spine kind of female, attractive hip and hind leg, nice balance. I think that's a nice heifer to go ahead and start off. Young ladies heifer that comes right behind her is one. I really like the angularity and femininity that this heifer has. Why she gets beat for me? She's not as big in her rear leg and then stepping behind the cattle. She just doesn't carry that width all the way down to the surface like her class winner. But a very feminine, sound structure kind of female, and I appreciate that about her. Bold, powerful, quickly describe the young ladies heifer that comes in 3. With that extra power though, she's got a shot more shoulder. I want to see her bigger in her foot and bone work to match that extra bulk and mass she has up high. But I think that's a very powerful kind of female that comes in there. A young man's female that comes in 4 is one that's moderate and long spine. A heifer that just doesn't balance up as well up through her front end as maybe a couple of the other ones in here. The female right behind her is one, a loose structure kind of heifer that's very extended. A female that just doesn't have the same kind of body mass dimension as the cattle in front of them. Nice set of cattle. Give those exhibitors a big round of applause for a job well done.
Alrighty, and then, I'm sorry guys, that was class number...
Results for Class 9. First
9.
place goes to Kelsey Fairley with Miss SCC Schulte Harper.
Okay.
Second place goes to Shimmy Sly from Edgewood. Third place, Avonlea Nitchie of Giddings. Fourth place, Colton Hogg of Lott. And fifth place, Laura Cooper from Paris. Class 10 is now entering the ring. These are heifers born in May and June of 2019. After this class will be the Junior Champion and Reserve Champion Drive.
Okay, guys, that was class number 9, and we are now in class number 10, and I got myself a little bit behind on all of my class numbering. So we're in class 10, and then we're going to go do the junior champion drive. So this is class 10, and there's a bunch of shout outs for Kelsey because she just won her class with her Miss SCC Schulte Harper. And so congratulations. McKenna might be able to put in the comments the sire and the dam of that female. And again, that was Miss SCC Schulte Harper that just won that last class. Okay, so McKenna is letting us know that the heifer that just won that last class, which we didn't have the information on, she is going to be out of the Schulte bred Miss SCC Hope and by the Mr. SNS Bandit, which is the Satterfield bull that has done a tremendous job for Satterfield Ranch. So congratulations on that heifer. McKenna, was that one of the ones that was in your sale that we had, that online sale that we had? Wasn't sure about that. That was a super successful sale. We were really excited about doing that online sale with you. Oh, very cool. Okay. So we had one of the, that's right, because they would have been too young. So McKenna is telling me that, and McKenna is McKenna Schulte with SCC, Schulte Cattle Company, which they had a tremendous show. Hey, Keaton, glad to see you join us. So McKenna was just explaining about how Jay Lee was showing the very beautiful apple that sold in y'all's online sale. And of course, Kelsey just won a very tough class with her SCC branded heifer. Harper was a division champion at the Junior Nationals. Wow, that is excellent. Congratulations. So go Harper and go everybody. That was really cool. So thanks for giving us that breeding too. And just so everybody knows, we are working on backdrop photos. So we're working on our backdrop photos from yesterday. We're trying to get caught up. I'm doing that while doing everything else while I'm in the arena. But we do have all of our arena photos up. So if you want to go and see any of the arena photos, that is BrahmanJournalPhotos.com or BrahmanPhotos.com, I believe. If you just Google search it, you should be able to find it.
A very
And it looks
maternal
like he
female
has
to go
made
ahead
a
and start off
decision.
this class. I really just like the femininity and the way she puts her pieces together. Great body, good structure kind of heifer. Moves really, really good. I think that's a nice heifer to go ahead and get off to lead. Young lady's female that comes in too. Sharp made, very, very attractive kind of heifer. I love her silhouette. She just needs a bit more. She needs to be just a bit softer body in comparison back to that female in front of her. But I really like the freshness and crispness of her lines that she has. Big, high-performing female comes in 3. However, I want to see her again just a shot stronger behind her hump. Want to see her just a bit fresher in terms of her appearance. But I really, really like just the high-performing, loose structure kind of female that comes in 3. Moderate, soft belly kind of heifer that comes in 4. A female that's just a bit more generic in terms of her hip and hind leg placement when you compare her back to the female right in front of her. Reach just a bit smaller. I don't know if it's kind of which way you land on that fence. If you want them a shot bigger or want them a shot smaller. I think she'd reach just a bit small for me. I really like just the body mass and dimension the young lady has coming out here in 5. I wish that heifer was laid back in the angle to her shoulder. I wish she was a bit leveler out of her hip, but I really like just the body mass and dimension that female has. Young lady's got a powerful stout heifer that comes right behind her, has to handle her hip and hind leg better for me. The 2 females that round out the class, loose structure kind of cattle. One of them's just a bit smaller in her kind and maybe just a bit too far in terms of condition for me. One's just a bit bigger in her kind, maybe just needs to have a shot more body mass and dimension. That's a very nice class of cattle. Give those exhibitors a big round of applause for a job well done.
Okay, let's get the results from that class
Results
10.
of Class 10 Early Summer Junior Heifers. First place went to Holden Jefferson with BRC 27. Second place went to Jay Lee Rushing with Box R Miss CC 171/9. Third place was Colby Koshin from Morton. Fourth place,
Okay,
Hayden
guys, we're going to be
Armstrong
coming
from
in
Hungerford.
with the junior
Fifth place,
champion.
Macy Schley from Edgewood.
This is going to be the
Sixth
junior
place,
division
Anna Kate
champion.
Thomas with AT Miss Vivian Manso 6. Seventh place was Devin Baldwin from Houston.
I believe. Wait, I
And
might be
eighth
lying.
place was Joe Cinco Strock from El Campo. Let's give them all a nice round of applause.
Yeah, no, I think I lied to you. Nope, I'm right. This is going to be our junior championship. So this is going to be the junior championship drive. Let's talk about who won in that last class. We're going to have Holden Jefferson's female that's going to be called BCR 27. Maybe somebody can tell me the bloodlines on that one too. Okay, so McKenna was getting me a little straightened out. So Bandit belongs to Schulte Cattle Company. They bought that Satterfield bred bull, and they use him within their herd. So I think he's done just a tremendous job for y'all. That's that SNS Bandit who Schulte Cattle uses, and that is one of their bulls. So thanks for giving me that information, McKenna. And maybe somebody can reach out and let me know Holden's heifer that he won that last class with. Hey, Robert Godot, thanks for watching. Okay, so Nicholas, I'm like, okay, thank you, Nicholas. I see it. So Holden's heifer was BRC Lynn's Lovely Lady 27. BRC Lynn's Lovely Lady 27. And she is by Mr. V8 855 over 7 and out of Miss V8 835 over 7. Okay, thank you so much. I don't have all of the information, and so it takes a little bit of help for me, and I really appreciate that. Again, this is our next to last division. We have this junior division, and then we'll be moving into the senior division. Hey, Chloe Joyce, thanks for watching. You were just in the ring, and you did a great job, Chloe. You looked really good, and congratulations. She was, I believe, senior in the red female, senior champion, if I'm correct. Okay, so he is walking those first places. And we are going to have the winners from class 9, from 8, 9, and 10 in here. Wait, I lied. We're going to have winners from class 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, and then he's facing the winners from that other
Here
class.
in our
this
junior
stretch.
heifer drive, out of class 7, we have Colby Joe Koshin with JDH Lady Manso 510 over 1. From class 8, we have Ruby Thomas with AT Miss Arrow Manso. From class 9, we have Kelsey Furley with Miss SCC Schulte Harper. And from class 10, we have Holden Jefferson with BRC 27.
And that's actually Miss BRC. I have this written down.
A very, very high quality set of class
Lynn's
winners and
lovely.
seconds that we have for our
27.
junior lineup here. For me, it comes down to the two females on the back end. I think both of those heifers are very big bodied. I think both of them are stout. I think they balance up very, very well. The differences are minute, and I think where I go ahead and select the pair and place the one who's going to win today is when the cattle go ahead and leave me. One's just a bit more stable and secure on how they handle their hind leg, just a bit square. Young lady out of class 3, you're going to be champion.
Okay.
Young man out of class 4,
I
you're
bet
going to be
that McKenna
Congratulations
is
to you all.
doing the happy birthday dance. Your SCC Harper just won that junior division drive. So woohoo to SCC Harper.
Your
Let me get
champion
that
junior
again.
female was Kelsey Fairley with Miss SCC Schulte Harper. And your reserve junior heifer went to Holden Jefferson.
Okay, so thank you guys. I didn't have the information, but you guys gave it to me in the comments. So again, we had the Miss SCC Schulte Harper was champion with Kelsey, and that is going to be the Schulte Cattle Company's owned bull, Mr. SNS Bandit, was bred to Miss SCC Hope, and that created Harper, and so that was really a good cross. We're moving into the first class of the senior division here. And then, of course, thank you so much. I know, way to go. And thank you so much to Nicholas for giving us the information about Holden's heifer. Holden's heifer was going to be BRC Lynn's Lovely 27, and that's going to be a Mr. V8 855 over 7 daughter out of Miss V8 835 over 7. So thank you very much. Hey Walt, you just had a big win, didn't y'all? And the nice thing, guys, is you can go back and you can watch this again. You can download the videos. You can ask us if you want clips of like certain parts of the videos. You can also watch it on YouTube. Yeah, Casey. And Casey, you had a great day yesterday. Again, congratulations to Casey Schulte and the whole Schulte team, Team Schulte. They do a tremendous job. And they had grand champion female. And it was a very tough show. Really super hard. There were some amazing females in the show yesterday in the open, as there is. This is a very hard show here in the juniors. Very impressive.
If y'all are planning to lay over here tonight in this barn, just go ahead and make sure that you come to me and let me know how many heads you're keeping here. That way we can tell the expo center what's going on and kind of give them a plan. But again, you can lay over tonight. You just have to have all of your tack out and then just tie cattle here in the ring.
Hey, Wesley. Wesley Yonick just joined us.
Another long and difficult class here, and then I think this young lady tried to pull herself a couple of times as I was pulling other ones up there, but she always was working her way up to the front because I think of this set, this female's so fresh in terms of her condition, and plus she's so sound and loose structured when the cattle are set in motion. And specifically compared back to the female right behind her, I think she's the one that studies just a shot more angular and flatter through her shoulder and more feminine and refined about her head and neck. Now, is she as bold or as powerful as the female that comes into? Absolutely not. That young man's heifer has definitely got that advantage. But with that, I just don't think she's attractive in terms of her front third as the heifer goes ahead and leads off. But I think those are two very, very high quality females that go 1-2. Young man's heifer that comes in 3 is one that I like a lot of things about when she's parked. I mean, she'll balance up well. She's got a great shape to her rib. She comes stout out of her hip. Why is she third then? It's when the cattle are set in motion. I just want to relax her and how she sets her pasture to the surface. See her go with just a bit more flex and comfort out of her hobbit. But I really like a lot of the pieces that female has when she's parked. A cool made heifer that comes in 4, and she's got the front end is something that I'm all about. And I really like the way when the lady gets her part from the side, she draws up. With that, I want to see her bolder, more expansive in her forehead. I want to drop her and make her a shot deeper in terms of her heart. But that's a high-quality heifer that comes in 4. A stout, powerful female comes at 5. Female, I want to fix the angle to her shoulder, and then I think we can maybe work her up a spot or 2 more. Big, high-performing heifer, I want to tone down just in terms of frame size that comes in right behind her. Maybe rebalance her udder as well. I like just the femininity of the female that comes behind her. I really wish that heifer was a shot smaller in terms of frame size. I wish that female was just a shot further along in terms of fleshing. Heifer that comes right behind her is one that's got that advantage. I definitely love the way that heifer comes out of her shoulder into her forehead. She's a really smooth made kind of female. With that, when you study her from the side, I want to clean her up in her chest core just a bit, make her underlying proportion up just a shot better. 2 high-performing cattle that round out the class. Cattle that probably just need to be leaned up a touch for me. Nice set of breeding females. Give those exhibitors a big round of applause.
Results of Class 13 Spring Senior Heifers. First place, Jacob Broussard from Esserwood, Louisiana. Second place, J.D. Sartwell from Campbellton, Texas. Third place, Cooper Broussard. Fourth place, Leah Thibodeau from Church Point, Louisiana. Fifth place, Macy Schley from Edgewood, Texas. Sixth place, Katie Burnett from Ladonia. Seventh place, Kimber Strock from El Campo. Eighth place, Annie Carter from Floresville. Ninth, Ben Wrighton from Lanesville, Texas. And 10th, Laura Armentar from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Let's
Okay,
give them all
so
a
in
nice
first
round of
place we
applause.
had Jacob Broussard, and he was showing his Miss Gunter 117/9. That's going to be an MDGM Mr. Cesar daughter out of Palma de Chile. And then in second, we had J.D. Sartwell. J.D. Sartwell was showing Miss J.S. DJF Nola's Pride. That's going to be a JDH Mr. Kaiser Manso daughter out of J.S. DJF Magnolia 365. We will be seeing them back in for reserve consideration. And I believe that we are on our... Nope, we have class 14, then class 15, then we will be doing the senior drive, grand champion drive, backdrop photos, and then we get to go drive in the snow. Yay! righty.
A nice classic cattle, two high quality ones that are up top. Young man's heifer that leads off the class, I think is more appropriate in terms of frame size. She's definitely a big barrel kind of female, stout out of her hips. She's loose enough structure. Female, I want to lean up just a bit. Maybe we could clean her up there. Just a shot in her chest floor to make her ideal, but I think that's a very, very nice female to go ahead and start off. Young lady's heifer that comes in two big, high-performing kind of females. She's long and extended. She's a shot neater up through her chest floor, no doubt. One, I want to tone down just a bit in terms of frame size, set her in motion. I want to see her go just a shot more comfortable in terms of her looseness and flexibility. Another cowie, one that comes in three, moderate, big belly, a female that's got tons and tons of natural thickness. Heifer is just a bit more generic in her look when you compare it to the two cattle up front. She maybe doesn't balance up with the same kind of eye appeal, but a very, very cowy individual. A nice female that comes in four, a big body kind of heifer. The female, when we set her into motion, want to see her just get out and go with just a shot more flex and comfort, specifically out of her hock and pasture. A nice long big female that comes in five, heifer that just needs to have a shot more width and substance when we step in behind the cattle. Nice class of females. Give those exhibitors a big round of applause.
Brandon's just stepped out there and seen.
Huh?
Has Brandon stepped out there and seen?
Yeah.
We've never seen.
Bethlyn.
Results
Yeah,
of Class
Bethlyn took the
14
camera
winner
for a
senior
while.
heifers. First place went to Mikey Curry with Miss VA 49 over 9.
I know.
Second place, Kayla Strock with Miss VA 57 over 9. Third place was Harley Strock with Miss VA 40 over 9. Fourth place was Captain Armitar with Miss WCC 335 over 9. And fifth place went to Sierra Brown with Miss E-Tex 140 over 9. Now coming into the ring is Class 15, our last class of fall senior heifers.
Now she's doing family.
Okay, I'm going to go on mute. Okay, we are back with sound.
Us in the snow too.
Huh?
You can pick me up us in the snow.
I know, y'all get to take some pictures in the snow. I'm going to be like tapping up and getting out.
Cheryl was, it was hilarious. Hilarious. She goes, they moved up one.
I did, but then I Oops, sorry guys. I'm behind. Here we go. Sorry about that. Okay, this is the final class of senior females. Then we will do the senior drive. Then we will do the grand champion drive. Then the lovely Brandolyn will take photos as I pack up and get ready to head out in the snow. I will. Okay. So when the Grand Champion Drive is over, let's swap cards when you swap lenses. I'm gonna mute real quick. Okay, we are back with
Nice
sound.
trio of females to go ahead and round out our heifer show here. I think the top pair is very, very close, and a guy can go either which way. Young ladies heifer that I'd like to lead off with is one studied from the side. I really just like the sharpness and elegant look that she has. She's definitely one of the longer fronted, higher type female. She's long spine. She's got an awesome silhouette from the side. Now, she has opened up or is bold in her forward as the heifer that comes into. I don't think so, and that's why I think it's close. But I think the female's got lots of quality and lots of look. Young lady's heifer is going to come in second. Like I said, bold body, stout dimension. I just don't think she's as unique in her presence from the side, but I think a very, very high quality heifer, no doubt. Young lady's heifer that comes in third is definitely no slouch. The two really nice. Bold-bodied, stout-made kind of female. A heifer that's just a bit more generic in her head and neck. A female that rounds out of her hip ever so slightly, but a very, very nice set of cattle. Give those exhibitors a big round of applause.
Okay, so in first we had the lovely Miss W.J. Eva.
Results
That's
of
gonna be a
class
Mr.
15 fall senior heifers. First place went to Kaylin Moreland with Miss W.J. Ava 288 over 8. Second place went to Mary Reese Broussard with Miss Lily Pearl 9.
And so the
And third
Miss
place
W.J.
Harley Strock
Eva,
with JDH
Eva
Lady
288
Mansell
over 8. That's going to be a
444
noble daughter out of Miss
We'll now go
S.G.
into our
Remy.
senior
And then in
female
second
drive.
we had the
Out of
lovely
class
Lily
13,
Pearl,
we're
Miss
gonna
Lily
have
Pearl
Jacob
9. That's going to be a
Broussard
Mr.
with
H.
Hunter,
Bogota Manso
117
daughter.
over 9.
And here we go
Out of
with
class
our
14, we'll
draw.
have Mikey Curry with Miss B849 over 9. And out of class 15, we'll have Kaylin Moreland with Miss WJ Ava 288 over 8. Our second places out of class 13 was JD Sarkwell, Miss JS DJF Nola's Pride. Out of class 14, Kayla Strock, Miss V857 over 9. And out of class 15, Mary Reese Broussard with Miss Lily Pearl 9. I'm going to give all of our senior grade females a nice round of applause.
So all the kids are building snowmen. That's where we are today. We're in Snowville. And this is our senior championship drive in our junior show.
Can you hear the kids? They're like playing it. Yeah, let me get hold on and I'll go to another.
I can even hear the kids playing with it.
If y'all would put your hands together for this senior yearling drive that we have here. I think a very, very high quality trio that we have up front. The young man's heifer, very, very attractive. I like the feet and legs that it has. A female that's maybe not as wide or as powerful as a couple of the other cattle behind it, but one that I really, really like just the look that it has. Heifer that comes out of that second division is one, or that second class is one that's extremely, extremely powerful. Big body, stout hip, lots and lots of muscle. Like we talked about her, maybe one that we want to lean up just a bit, maybe one we want to trim up there through the bottom part of her chest floor. But I really just like the just boldness and power that this female has. A long, pretty kind of female that comes out of that third class, and one that's got tons and tons of quality. Stepping behind the cattle, she's definitely one that has enough power as well. Again, I like that heifer quite a bit. Maybe she's not as soggy or as soft as a couple of the other heifers, but I really think that one's awfully high quality. I'm gonna look through it one more time and then shake the hand of your grand senior division female. Put your hands together for these exhibitors for a job well done.
And Wesley Yannick is probably watching and doing the happy birthday dance because his heifer that he raised and bred and sold is champion senior division, and that is going to be the lovely Miss W.J. Eva 288/8, and that is led and shown by Kaylin Moreland. And in reserve, out of that second class, we are going to have Jacob Broussard with his, nope, sorry, I lied. Michael Curry, sorry. It was Michael Curry out of the class 14 with his Miss V8.
Gray female went to Kaylin Moreland with Miss W.J. Ava 288/8. And our reserve senior female went to Mikey Curry with Miss V8 49/9. We'll now line up our champion gray female drive. Our calf champion was Leah Thibodeau with CT Nobilito Rhino. Our reserve calf champion was Kelsey Fairley with Miss BER Gypsy. Our junior heifer, champion junior heifer was Kelsey Fairley with Miss SCC Schulte Harper 7/9. And then our reserve junior heifer went to Holden Jefferson with BRC Miss 27. Our champion senior female was Kaylin Moreland with Miss WJ Ava 288/8. And our reserve senior female was Mikey Curry with Miss V8 49/9. Let's go ahead and give all of our exhibitors a round of applause. And also let's give Harrison Smith a nice round of applause for braving the weather and coming to sort our cattle today and working with our juniors.
I have really enjoyed pleasure sorting through this heifer show. I just want to say thank you to Morgan for having me out here. Thank you to the exhibitors for doing a great job showing, coming in the ring, acting professional. I really appreciate that. With that being said, I think a very high quality lineup, and I'm very pleased with the division winners that we have out here. I think there's a couple divisions where you could have flip-flopped them around, but I really just like the power and substance that these cattle have with still an added look of quality. Even with that being said, though, there's one to me. I think she's the most ready today. I think she's fresh. I think she's got a great look. I think she's big bone. I think she balances up well. Young lady out of the intermediate division, you're going to be our champion today. Congratulations.
Oh, wow. Champion is out of the intermediate division. So I'm going to say that I bet you that McKenna's very excited because I believe that's going to be that SCC bred. So that's going to be the Schulte, the SCC bred
Female comes back in for contingent for reserve, and like we talked about that one, I really like the femininity and balance that she has. I think that's a very, very high quality female. She might not be as stable or as coordinated in her hind leg travel as our division winner. She might not be as unique in terms of her bone work. I guess it gets close between, for me, for decision between the three of these out here. I like the young lady's calf. I think that one's got a bright future. Massive, powerful, still balances very well, good structure. Very, very high quality heifer. Young lady's heifer out of the back, big and unique in her look. Female that's awesome, and got a breed-changing kind of look to her. Heifer that might not be as big-bodied or soft today as the other ones out here, but I think a very, very unique and challenging group. My second favorite, the young lady's calf. Congratulations.
And the calf
to you.
champion. So the lovely Leah Thibodeau was calf champion, and she will take home the reserve grand champion. We'll be taking photos. For those of you that need them, we have photos in the arena already up. We'll have them all up before I leave. Backdrop photos to come.